Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge, and this is Peruse. Puppies are going crazy. They thought they were gonna be walking outside the shitty ass mall today, but no, I'm actually just driving home. Puppies, I'm sorry, can't go on a walk right now. Okay, we gotta get home. It's a wee bit early today, and that is a homeless person. A lot of crumminess in this mall here. But yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired right now, kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of things going on in the world of sports. Obviously, we had some playoff action last night, NBA and NHL. Well, in the NHL, the fun thing was we expected a bit of a competition between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Boston Bruins. However, turns out it was a spanking, the likes of which we haven't seen in a while. 6 unanswered goals for Boston. And yeah, it just did not look all that great, guys. So Carolina is down 2-0 in the series. And you kind of have to think Boston has the mental edge over Carolina right now. And so we'll still be continuing NHL playoffs, and I'm going to continue to watch it, although watching the Sharks is going to give me a fucking migraine. They're in the conference final, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Premier League is over, officially, as of yesterday. Manchester City wins the Premier League title, 4th in what they said, 4th in 10 years or some shit. I don't know. But Manchester City wins the league, and Liverpool. Hey, guys, come on. And Liverpool just barely misses out on 1 point. I don't know, man. Liverpool is always a team that. Hey, shut up. Yeah. God damn, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Babies. Puppies are going crazy right now, man. They are not used to just, they're really not used to just coming home these days. But again, today's one of those short days that we just do have to go home. But yeah, NHL playoffs going on right now. Premier League, yes, just ended. And so, kind of a wild day because Liverpool scored first in their match against Wolverhampton. And Brighton scored against Manchester City in their match against Manchester City. And when the initial scores happened, Manchester City looked like they were going to lose the league and looked like... Actually, it looked like Liverpool was going to win the league for a good minute there. But City and Pep Guardiola figured that shit out. Got the result they needed. And it was kind of crazy how all that kind of dwindled down. And yeah, if you're a Liverpool fan, man, I mean, what else are you going to fucking do? Yeah, I mean, Champions League is awesome. Getting to the Champions League final again, back-to-back years, that's great. Good for you. And it won't mean anything unless you win it, right? And I hopefully, for the greater good of humanity, that Liverpool wins it, because I fucking hate Tottenham. They don't deserve to win anything. But another year in the Premier League, Liverpool does not win the Premier League title. Such is the way of life. And yeah, English football is over for now. We still got, I believe the Bundesliga, the German football league, still has a week left for regular season of play. So I might definitely go ahead and watch that because yeah, the title race for that league right now, also just a point or two. But Bayern Munich leads it. They should win it because Borussia Dortmund blew their chance. And yeah, football. The world of football is very interesting right now because it is in the cusp of its end for the season. So, taking a real careful look. There's obviously going to be a lot of domestic cups, European Cup competitions. We already know about that, and we get to witness what the hell happens now. FA Cup is also going to be happening, guys. At Watford versus Manchester City. Manchester City with the potential to do a league double. Was it a league triple? Actually, they won the. Oh man, who won the League Cup this year? Either Chelsea. Yeah, I can't remember who won the League Cup. I think it might have been City. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was City. But yeah, they could do the domestic treble potentially, and it's kind of curious because for a while everyone thought City was going to do the quadruple along with the Champions League finish, but again, City follows the narrative of always finishing with the Premier League title, but no Champions League title or any kind of Champions League sniff or whiff. But that's the world of football right now. There's a lot of shit going on, but part of it. It's part of the growing narrative of football, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty fucking tired, kids. Not gonna lie. Got home a little late last night, around 10:30. Was at my buddy's house. We're watching NBA playoff games because he's a Nuggets fan. And yeah, I watched both Game 7s yesterday, and I'll tell you what. Denver losing that Game 7 is probably the most disheartening thing for that franchise. Boy, oh boy, what a way to lose it. 17-point lead, and then you fucking blow it. That's exactly what Denver did. They blew a fucking 17-point lead. There's no sympathy from me. And I even told my buddy, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna fucking sympathize here. This is hilariously bad. Can't believe you fucked this up. You had a golden opportunity to win, but they didn't. CJ McCollum from Portland was working, the absolute fuck out of Game 7. Guy was going mental. 37, 38 odd points. And I'm telling you, man, it's curious how these playoffs are coming down. Because now you get the Portland Trailblazers versus the Golden State Warriors in the conference final this year. Which again, I didn't expect it at all. I thought it would have been Denver coming out of that one alive, but they roasted themselves alive. And then in the Eastern Conference, you had the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Toronto Raptors. This game was actually really hard to watch. I fell asleep, not gonna lie. I actually fell asleep watching this game and woke up the last 5 minutes of the game. And woo! Kawhi Leonard is definitely going to be a legend in Toronto now, because that game winner yesterday that he shot up, drawing out a couple defenders, and then the way he shot the ball with that motion, with that much time left on the clock, and for that ball to take 4 fucking bounces off the ring, it's so crazy. That fucking make was crazy shit, and I thought it wasn't gonna happen. So I screamed my head off like, oh my god, I can't believe that actually went in. Can you imagine what you're feeling as a Toronto fan then? I mean, I'm just a casual basketball fan. I freaked the fuck out. But Kawhi stabbing the heart of Philadelphia, wins it, in regulation, 92-90. And this is all I've said about the Philadelphia 76ers. I told you they weren't going to win it. I knew they weren't going to win it. They weren't ready. That team is implosion waiting to happen. That team is just one bad series loss away from that entire core just falling apart. That's what I believe. And again, I could be wrong, but that team has no fight in them. I mean, Philadelphia, that third, fourth quarter, was probably the most disheartening thing to watch. And yeah, I got to kind of catch a bit of a rewatch on that game, and Philadelphia just looked really subpar, mediocre at best. And it's just another year where you question the process. And I've gone on record and said I think the process is a really dumbass idea, dumb title, and predicated on the idea that you are going to succeed. This is a guaranteed formula. No, the fuck it's not. This is not a guarantee at all. You could see what Philadelphia has lacked. The character, grit. You just based all this crap on analytics. Like, cool, but Embiid is a glass cannon. And he's a fucking man-child. Gonna cry his fucking ass like all the way home. That's what the hell happened. And it's kind of ridiculous, man. It just... all the 76ers hype, and all I saw was a team that just couldn't close out anything, with one player possibly just doing all the heavy lifting. Jimmy Butler with a bunch of kids. It's like, dude, you never left Minnesota. This is exactly the same situation you're in. At least you're in the playoffs, but this shit doesn't matter. And I'm just saying, man, I don't have sympathy for Philadelphia. I don't have sympathy for the Denver Nuggets. Because they both blew it. Both teams fucking blew it. Like, you gotta really be thinking, like, what the fuck? How the fuck did you blow this shit? All the opportunity, all the fucking solid pieces to help you out, yet nothing. Puppies. Look at the puppies here. Oh. Can't do that too much. Puppy. Oh, puppy. Alrighty. But yeah, there's all that shit right now. Playoff basketball producing some insane shit. So you got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors. Oh man, that's also gonna be a fun game. Really thinking Milwaukee's gonna pull that one off. But you never know with Kawhi, man. You really never know with Kawhi. The dude was unbelievable in a series against the Philadelphia 76ers. The way he shoots so efficiently and just plays that two-way game, it's... oh, boy. And you almost forget how good he was because he had that whole injury issue for a good year almost. But yeah, Kawhi is that good. People always forget that shit. He is just that good. Oh man, Kawhi just laid it on, man. Just laid it on. And that's, if you can't call that clutch jeans, I don't know what else you can call that. Good Lord. Yeah, so he had a pretty fantastic game yesterday. And then the other series I talked about, the CJ McCollum, was the catalyst for that Portland team to just stick it out and come and chip away at the lead. And again, you have to look at Denver and think, what the fuck were you doing defensively? And how did you miss all those open threes? That was really one of the big issues with Denver. They just could not hit open threes. And again, a young team, I thought, with no real pressure, would have been able to sufficiently get through and, make a couple of those open shots. But again, it just didn't happen. And Denver is stuck wondering, what if? What if you actually made some fucking threes? I don't know. You'd be in the conference final against the Warriors and you'd actually stand a chance, because I truly believe Portland might just get their teeth kicked in by the Golden State Warriors. I'd say 6 games or 5 games, Warriors win. And that's when you start hoping that Toronto or Milwaukee can come out and look the part. Because again, the Warriors just look that much better than everybody else. They really do. I mean, that's kind of a gimme at this point now, where the system, the way they got everything going, their individual players, the head coaching, the staff, the owner, top to bottom, that's an elite organization. And we're all just living in Golden State's world. That's what's happening right now. And again, if any of the Eastern Conference finalists are worthy enough, they can cause an upset. But again, this is just fucking ridiculous, right? At times we hope for some sort of parity, but we know what the hell's going to happen with the Golden State Warriors. And I have respect for that team, how good they are, but it's just so disheartening, man. In terms of what I wanted for a narrative, it's just a bummer to watch and witness. But yeah, you got all that shit going to be happening. NBA playoffs real soon. I believe one of the games start tomorrow and the others on Wednesday. But yeah, this whole playoff thing is getting nuts. You got the NBA in their conference finals. You also have the NHL in their conference finals. So we're going to get to see a lot of fun shit. Hopefully a lot of good upsets too, because I really, really would like to see, well, at least in the NBA finals, I'd like to see Milwaukee versus, the Golden State Warriors, and Milwaukee actually wins it. But I don't know what the hell's going to happen, man. Like, the NBA is kind of just whatever at this point, because unless the Warriors lose all their fucking key players, they're going to win it again, right? Whereas the NHL, again, I don't know. I actually don't know who's going to win it. I want it to be St. Louis. I really do. Personally, I want St. Louis to win. I fucking hate San Jose. I hope they win nothing. But I hope it is St. Louis. I really do. I just try to enjoy a peaceful morning, but this shit rings and my head just fucking starts blaring. Thanks, alarm. Fucking A. Oh, but yeah, we're driving down on home, getting everything all perked up. These cruise peruses sometimes, man, it's hard to come up with something on the spot, just because I'm so fucking tired in the morning, especially when I do this without going to the gym, like 4 in the morning. This is just me just waking up a couple minutes after dropping off my mom and just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to talk about. So I do apologize if this isn't as entertaining. But yeah, my voice, everything is all parched. I'm all fucked up right now. And you know what? I credit, shout out to Malt Liquor, Steel Reserve, for making the body feel like shit. I feel like shit right now, I'm not gonna lie. My body kind of feels like shit. And just gotta sit here and hope that it subsides a little later. But boy, oh boy. Fucking parched. I don't have a headache like last night, but here I am, alive and mildly complaining about issues with the body. Surprise, surprise. Turning into an old man, right before your eyes, kids. That's what's happening to me. You damn kids! You don't know how much I suffered for everything. I want to make sure that people know my history. Sound fucking crazy. Puppy! Babies! We're almost home. And the puppies are going absolutely crazy because they couldn't walk. And my little baby girl is nuts. She will just bark like a madman. And yeah, seriously, every time I pass by somebody with the windows open, she will bark her fucking head off. But again, it's fine because we're almost home, and this whole shit right now, I am way too tired to deal with shit. Children are out to get picked up by school buses, and I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. Children scare me. Right? The children are weird. Little grown people with all their little fucking problems. Yikes. But this is the way we're gonna be doing things for this episode of Cruise Peruse, kids. I still don't know which episode number this is, to be honest. It could be 43, could be 44. Probably is 44, but again, I do not know the actual numbers because I'm a little bit of a moron, and that's fine. But kids, we're about to head in, go back home, and take care of a couple of things, a couple of chores that we gotta do, some errands. You know what I'm talking about, kids. Oh man, driving on into the driveway. So kids, follow me at the SC.Y Lounge. All links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Fuck off.